What's going on? Welcome back to Talkin' Baseball. Another big weekend full of players hitting, catching, throwing, having fun. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin' Baseball. It's Monday. It is the weekend series recap episode. My name's Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Jake. Behind the dish is BBD, and we are in the Roosevelt Studios in the Bronx. That's RSVLTS. A whole big weekend full of sports. Jake, how you feeling?
Holy smokes, Jimmy. I'm good, man. I'm good. I played a lot of quote-unquote sports myself, 54 holes of golf in 48 hours. Body is just reeling. Just sun, becoming old and weak, a couple drinks along the way.
Too much golf.
Yeah, oh, for sure, for sure. And so that's a lesson learned that I'm sure I'll forget.
Was there anyone else in the crew,
soon.
like, dying with you? Or are they all playing, like, you know, are they still playing?
Everyone else was fatigued as well. Everyone else was like, we doubled up. We did 36 holes in one day, and that was a mistake. We've never done that. Lesson learned. And yeah, man, I mean, I know you feel this same sentiment, and it normally ties into your speech about, you know, baseball and how it ties into society and stuff. The Yankees getting their games COVIDed out, if that's the official term. It's kind of bizarre coming in here looking at the scores from this weekend, because I was, you know, checking in and looking at the highlights and things like that. But when you lose that rhythm, it's, I don't know, it's part of the baseball season that's not there this year. So excited for the Yankees to get back underway on Tuesday. I will say this, I mean, jumping into the Tatis-Padres game on Sunday, that was fun, and they followed that up with another good Sunday night game. So doing generally well. Legs are covered in bug bites, but, you know, you got to play through it.
You didn't have spray?
Didn't have spray.
Damn.
So pretty
that
dumb.
like hurts me in my heart for you.
Yeah.
Jake is the biggest bug spray enthusiast I know.
I hate bug bites. Love bug spray.
I feel bad.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, honestly, the problem is bugs annoying me, and the bugs weren't annoying me. So I think they were just staying below the belt, so that's fine. I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing well. I took the whole weekend off. I watched some other games Friday and Saturday, but yeah, Yankees got postponed. So, I mean, you should have seen how much I slept. I don't think
How many minutes?
Dude, I mean, my body sensed that it could take a weekend off and caught up on
just happened.
So much sleep. Katie was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I don't know." I was taking.
I think so.
Like, I came home Friday night at 4. Napped hard. Like, Katie tried to wake me up, and she was like, "Are you really high?" And I was like, no. Same thing Saturday. Slept until 11:30.
Wow.
Crazy. Katie just let me go.
Yeah.
And because I wake
That's
up.
some high school JOMBOY stuff.
It's crazy.
There. Yeah.
I wake up at like 7, you know? And then we did a bunch of things. We looked at some apartments. We went to the park, came home, took another like deep 3-hour nap.
Wow.
Then fell asleep at like 11 to 11 again. Man, I didn't sleep. I don't know. I slept all week.
Good.
Body
Do you
needed.
feel good?
I feel good. I feel good now, but I woke up kind of late today again. So now it's like I need to reteach my body. Like, hey, that was just a 1 weekend thing. Fall in line, stupid ass.
Let's get back into it.
Yeah.
And what a better way to do that than talking baseball.
And this episode is brought to you by Sean Wilson, Jack Feldman, Jake Riddlewski.
Yep.
Riddlewski is how I'm saying it. Ian Morrison and Kyle Bow. So thank you very much. Those are our most recent Patreon supporters, our new patrons. They get to watch live, hang out with us, and the after show sometimes, 4 shows a week live that they get access with. Everyone else got to wait till it's edited, posted, and all that. So, boom. There's some other perks we try to throw in there from time to time as well.
Yeah, we got some regulars in there right now. I like seeing this. Benjamin Filippi says, "Hey, catching it live."
Oh, and Marcus H literally just signed up at 10:26.
Let's go.
It's 10:27. Thanks, Marcus.
So yeah, we've got some regulars. We got new people joining in, watching live, and yeah, we let you guys correct us. So that's a huge.
Guess Marcus's H's last name.
Is it start with an H?
Yeah.
Hartsburg.
Nice. I was gonna go Hart, which a D-T at the end.
Hartsburg. BBD in the corner with the new haircut. The chat's all excited about that. So
Bug dude.
Bug dude.
Makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good nickname.
Let's get straight into it. Who's bringing the East Coast? Oh, I did the East with Trev. Did you listen to Trev?
I did. I heard Trev was in my ear a lot with the Wally Pipp stuff. Mm-hmm. And I was
here. You are.
I was looking at it more as like a Bobby Boner situation. He was the shortstop that played during Cal Ripken's second year, and then Cal kind of came in and did his thing. So,
okay.
No, Trev was fantastic. Knew he'd be great. Jim, I loved your, what was it, the Stanford Law experiment, or what is that?
Stanford Prison Experiment.
Stanford Prison Experiment. That was a good comparison. I like that.
Oh, thanks.
I think it was accurate.
Forgot I said that. Yeah.
The pitcher.
Have you ever heard that?
There's no
experiment?
reason. It just happened.
They just got the power.
You got the power, and yeah, it just developed. So no, you guys did great, but let Papi Gordo serenade you.
We tried to tell Trev that these series recap episodes is the most homework. I've never put more effort. Even my thesis paper in college, I don't think took as much time as these fucking episodes. So I hope you enjoy them.
Yeah.
And let's see what happened in the East. Jacob.
In the East, Jim, start with the big series everyone was talking about. Boston at Baltimore. Boston, they take the first two, 7-1. Bogarts and Moreland homer. Evaldi shoved. A nice start from Big Nate. And then Boston takes the next one, 8-5. Bogarts again. JD endeavors. So, I mean, that's the formula. That's how Boston wants to do it. They go up 8-0 in that game. O's fought back a little bit, but that was the Orioles' 6th straight loss. Are they dead? They fight back a little bit. How about this? They win 5-4 in extras. Baltimore Santander gets another home run in this game. They gave up a bases-loaded walk to Boston in the 10th inning, but Orioles score 2, Severino walk-off, and then they win 5-4 again. Pilar and JBJ both homered in that game, so good day to be a defensive outfielder from Boston. But Rio Ruiz with the 4 ribbies, and Eshelman with a nice performance out of the pen. He's a friend. Said hi to him at spring training. So they split that 4-gamer. Miami versus Washington. Miami takes the first game. Miguel Rojas, his first game back after COVID. Remember the hot start he was on? You were leading the Miggy Rojas fan club. Yep. Still are. 3-run homer. Eliezer Hernandez outduels Corbin. Is 3-2. That 3-run homer was the decider. Next day, we're playing 5-4, Washington in 7. Nats went up 5-0. Marlins get a 4 spot in the 5th. Scherzer can't get out of the inning, but the bullpen holds, so they win that game. And then Miami bounces back. Sixto Sanchez. Might have to get used to that name. Big pitching prospect. He gets the dub. Dickerson with the big home run for Miami. Robles and Gomes both homered for Washington. Doesn't matter. Miami gets the win. And then Washington 9-3. Anibal Sanchez with a nice start. 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run, I believe. Trey Turner with a 3 RBI day. So first 2 sets, 4 gamers, everybody split. Don't love that. So let's go to a 3-gamer. The Jays in the Rays. 6-5 Toronto final after 10 innings. Lau and Yandy Diaz both homer, along with Teoscar and Vlad Jr. Biggio with the big RBI double in the 10th, and this made it 6 straight wins for the Baby Jays. They were rolling, but the Rays fight back. They win the next day 2-1 in 10 innings. Ryu versus the pen versus Sledgers in the pen for Tampa. Kiermaier with the walk-off single in the 10th, and then the Rays take the series. Teoscar and Gurriel both home run. Fleming in his major league debut, 5 innings pitched, 2 earned run. Rays digging deep for arms right now, 9 guys on the IL. Rays only scored on singles and sac flies, so how about that? Philly, Atlanta. Philly takes the first game. Max Fried versus Nola. You were hoping it was going to be a fun duel. Not so fast, my friend. 11-2. Darno has a homer, and Marcelo Zuna. So nice he does it twice. He has a 2-homer day. 6-5 Atlanta the next day. Philly was up 4-0 by the 7-inning stretch. Home runs by Harper and McCutchen, and then their bullpen comes into the game. Young, thick Austin Riley with the 2-run homer, and then Adam Duvall with the game winner in the 9th. And then on the final game of the series, the Sunday night game. This was actually fun. Hoskins, Didi, and Bohm all homer. Freddie Freeman with a nice game as along with some nice mic'd up moments. Play at the plate to finish this one. Quinn to Didi to Real Muto. Dansby Swanson is meat at the plate, saved by Workman. So they salvage a win out of the series. And then the Yankees and Mets, they were COVIDed out, as mentioned. So that's what happened in the East.
Ooh. I have some stuff I want to ask you.
Please.
But we have to do it quick because I think it's trade stuff, and I think we'll do like a whole trade episode with Trev on Trev's Tidbits.
I like that.
There's trades. The Phillies traded with the Red Sox. Red Sox are moving pieces. Phillies are gaining bullpen pieces. Phillies also traded with the Yankees. Are trades only going to happen within region? Is that how we should have our brain thinking about it? I know it's not like the rules don't say that, but kind of the ease of player transport, of asking a player to move. Should we maybe be like, hey, what do you got within your region? You know, there would be a trade that's not, but I wonder if the majority are within region.
I think what I can add to that theory, because I don't know, what I can add to that theory is that at least those teams will have seen those players play. Like, less concern about trading them and moving family and stuff, because, I mean, end of the day, it is going to be like 2 months, so players probably aren't going to move their families for the period of time.
Yeah, no.
But I think,
as long as they're a rental.
I think what it's going to be is haven't seen a guy. Have you seen Brandon Workman? How's his stuff look?
Bad.
You know.
Well, now he's all right.
But, yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, the chat saying how Vogelback just went Seattle to Toronto. I think you're still going to see it. I think maybe if you do see a bigger one, it might be within division. Just
Toronto picked up Vogelback?
Yeah.
What, are they just going for an all-fat team?
Oh, hey.
Dude, did you see? I'm sorry, but Vladdy's too big.
Oh, yeah. No, I joined the train. Did you watch his triple?
Yeah, I watched him play.
You can't do that.
He's base to base at like 22.
Bro, I'm with you.
Like, he's Pujols at 22. He's way too, like, it's not like a funny or cute thing anymore. Like, I'm worried about his talent getting hurt by his size.
Jim, yes. I wasn't on this train. I was like, you know what, Vladdy's got some good meat on him. You know, let the boy rake. His stats haven't been super impressive. And that's kind of the first thing. He's got a 750 OPS this year. He finished 772 OPS last year. Still very young. Still expect him to do a lot of things on the hitting side of the baseball. But Jim, his triple, it's losing steam as a base runner. Like, if you're a big guy and you can move those legs a little bit, like the momentum's going one way, you're going to run out of steam. He ran out of steam rounding second.
I'm trying to watch it.
Like, it was sloppy. He just had nothing. And you can't be doing that at 21 years old.
So I'm saying he's base to base at like 21.
It's
basically
not good. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm Team Vlad. He's got to tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, I wonder what this is a weird question. I wonder what he looks like shirtless, because Prince Fielder, someone in the chat said Prince something. I don't even know what they're saying. They mentioned Prince Fielder.
Sure.
And he's the highest paid player in baseball this year. Yeah, because people that got hurt had to be paid in full. Prince Fielder, I had a buddy who worked in the clubhouse in MLB,
right,
and he was like, yo, Prince Fielder isn't fat. He was like, he's
well-built.
He's the most barrel-chested human.
Yeah.
Like, he might have like a little bit of belly, but he's like, he's not fat.
Yeah.
If you saw him shirtless, I wonder, because Vladdy's big, dude.
And like
and Vogelback the same.
Prince had that big guy momentum speed. Like, if he got going, you saw some hustle. He had a couple stolen bases in his career. But yeah, man, Vlad, I wasn't on the train. I was like, let those big hits
You didn't even see
fly.
there was another one in one of the games where he went from second. Prince Fielder body issue. Forgot about that. It's awesome. Yeah. So anyway, trades. Vogelback gets traded. Also, Red Sox. They've started moving people.
Yes.
They moved Workman and
Embry.
Like more on trades later, but you mentioned Pilar and JBJ, both with homers. Both guys that I don't know if JBJ wants to leave. Pilar definitely signed a 1-year contract to continue playing. I wonder if there's any interest. You'd have to just want a defensive guy.
Yeah, I mean Pilar's
having a good season, I think.
Pilar's having a very nice season, and he can now play. He's like versatile in the outfield, and he was a 1-year rental. We did this the other day. I forget if it was a recap episode. For me, it's just tough to picture JBJ, like the piece that they would potentially get back for him for what JBJ's meant to that franchise. I just feel like both sides wouldn't be able to link up on a deal on that. I think Pilar, I think that's going to make sense. But
it'd just be if you wanted a 4th outfielder and a speed guy.
Right, but I'm saying
like you would be. I get what you're saying. It's a disrespectful trade because you're sending JBJ to go be a role player on a team for 2 months
for a prospect that's probably like a borderline major league prospect.
It's the same reason why Adam Jones said he didn't want to get traded from Baltimore because he was like, I'm not going to go be your 4th outfielder and defensive replacement. Like that sucks for me.
Yeah,
even if it is a contender. I got a nice family situation here. Now he's in Japan, so that's crazy.
Yeah.
But interested in all the movement. We'll do a full episode on that. As far as standings go, I'm happy that Baltimore and Boston split, actually. I don't need those two teams to be sweep or get swept. I need them to be split because just stay bad.
Sure.
I don't want one of you thinking you're hot.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think what's interesting about this is Boston is trading away their only usable pieces from their bullpen, or borderline usable. Their season is very much in the tank. This was happening. Baltimore is still trying to fight that feeling. And if they had gotten swept by Boston, I think we'd be sitting here saying, full pumpkin, Baltimore's dead. They fight back and they win 2 games in this series. Make it matter.
They're alive for the wild card still.
Very much.
Yeah, very much.
There is going to be one team, the 8th seed in the AL playoffs is going to be a very team.
I want to see where we're at now.
It's Orioles. I think the Jays are in that spot right now, but it's going to be Orioles, Jays, or like if Texas can fight back. But I mean that 8th seed in the East is going to be a
so
bad
right
team.
now the top wild card is the White Sox easily, and then the second wild card is Baltimore.
The Jays and Orioles are tied in theory right now. They're both 500.
So the White Sox are better than Houston, but will be seated below them currently. It's a dumb system. I'm figuring it out. Some guy emailed me an Excel sheet. He keeps it updated with the 1 verse 8, 2 verse 7.
Huge.
Because you can't just do it. It's like tricky.
A little bit.
White Sox are the 7 seed, but they're better than
It's a
Astros.
double wild card.
Yeah. It's kind of silly. Yeah, Baltimore and Toronto. That would be a fun fight. I'm interested in that. As a Yankee fan, I kind of want Toronto to be out of it because Yankees have like 8
finish
games
with
against
a
them
lot of
coming
games
up.
against them. Yeah.
I want those guys to be tired and done. Over in the National League.
Yep.
And this division in the National League has been like putrid.
Yeah. Phillies, I made the trade for bullpen help. They're currently in last place.
At least they're making trades.
Yeah. I mean, I think all of these teams are going to fight till the end. I mean, if you're the Phillies, so you bring in Workman, who was really good last year. He's looked pretty this year. I mean, you just hope that if he can figure it out, and then maybe that eases up the workload on other bullpen guys, and you can have a little trickle-down effect. I mean, the Nationals, before the deadline, they had the worst bullpen in baseball last year. They added a couple guys, and they made it useful. I mean, that's where Philly's just praying to get to. Let's be useful.
Their starters are good. So if you go into a 3-game series and you can put the 2 back-end guys into the bullpen, it helps out. Who would you go? You'd go Nola, Arrieta, and Wheeler. Yeah. He's probably the 2, actually. Nola, Wheeler, Arrieta. And then who else have they had back there? Eflin? Like, who's their 4 or 5?
Eflin had a good start
Godley?
last night. He's Soxon. I think we are missing one guy. Let me see.
Just thinking of names that I remember from seeing in the
Phillies.
series. Sorry,
it's
Phillies
not
fans.
Michael Jack Schmidt. No, Phillies are happy we're talking about him. Let's see. So it's been Wheeler, Nola, Arrieta, Eflin, Velasquez, and they called up the kid Howard.
Oh, Spencer Howard. Velasquez stinks, so. Well, I'm sorry. I use that loosely.
Okay.
He's not good.
It's okay.
Hasn't been good.
Hasn't been good.
That division's a mess, man.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Like now, with Strasburg out for the season, they're saying that the Nationals might be sellers. Who can they sell? They got a bunch of old guys on one-year contracts. Anyone want them? And then MLB Network just said Miami's going to be picking up guys? That can't be right. They're still rebuilding.
I mean, they're still there, and yeah, I mean, what's picking up guys mean? I think the bigger thing is that this division for the rest of the year, unless somebody really eats it, is going to be if you sweep a series, you're back in it.
Yeah, you got 1 week, though.
You know, I would be surprised to see if there's any to a lot of moves with these NL East teams because you can't sell, but also you can't sell to compete. Like, you can't buy out.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a Nats fan, you can't honestly say, like, hey, let's go all in. You're 11-14. But if you sweep your next series, you're 500, and now you're competing.
And you're in the wild card. But they don't have Strasburg, so you wonder at what point are they going to say, yeah, they don't have Strasburg. Voth and Fetty.
Voth.
Whatever. I'm trying to think of where Vogelback's going to play with the Blue Jays. Is he I
think it's just to make Rowdy Tellez feel better.
Yeah, has Tellez been starting every game? I mean, they platoon right now Tellez, Shaw, and Guerrero at first base.
Shaw's been playing great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's 3 guys you're already platooning there. And then DH, Grichuk, Hernandez, Guerrero. What are they doing over there? It's very confusing. They don't have, an order of things.
Neat.
It's a big clubhouse. I mean, hopefully Vogelback doesn't get invited to the Vladdy grandmother's meals.
That could be problematic on a few levels.
They're too big.
They're too big.
Someone in the chat said that Vladdy put on a lot of weight in quarantine.
Been there.
I'm rooting for him.
No, I think I would mark it down for next spring training that Vlad will be best shape of his life. Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest layup there's ever been.
Needs to.
New diet.
Yeah.
More
Remember
flexible.
when Sandoval came back to the Giants and he was they showed his workout. He's running tires and rolling tires up hills and all that.
Looks good.
Looks good. Anything else on this this set? You want to move to the Central?
Let's see. What else is in the East? Yeah, not really, man. Marlins, again, they're the other. Stay around 500 and see how far you can get this season.
Are Braves fans feeling a little bit better? They take the series. Fried looks great. They're hitting the hell out of the ball.
I think if you're a Braves fan, you feel pretty good. You've been doing this without Acuna and Albies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
it's a little bit
there's a trickling effect. Oh, okay.
It's a little bit everyone else is looking so bad in your division that you're you're still not, as a Braves fan, you're not feeling as great about your Braves as you'd like to feel.
I think I said this about the Braves to Trev.
Divisionally.
That they're in. They can kind of just get healthy. Would I say that about them? I think they just have it locked up.
I think
forget.
I think you may have.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the Central.
Sure.
Start us off, Jake.
Surely. In the Centrale region, the Minnesota Twins played Kansas City. That's all these teams do of recently. Kansas City takes the first game. Duffy first Oda Rizzi. Duffy was solid. Odo was not. Soler and Dozier both homer. Dozier had a couple nice games this series. So Kansas City takes game 1, 7-2. Minnesota takes the second game, also 7-2. Dobnak with another solid start. His ERA is 1.78. Jeez. Rosario and Sano each homer in that game. And then the deciding third game, Minnesota takes 5-4. Nelson Cruz with his 10th home run. Casey fought back in this game after being down, but it wasn't enough. Sano and Rosario each had 3 hits in this game. So Twins take the series. Cincinnati versus St. Louis. St. Louis takes the first game. A 3-run rally in the 9th off Raisel Iglesias. Yachty infield single, followed by a balk. And then Colton Wong with the game winner. They waste a Sonny Gray start. 6 innings pitched, 2 runs. Cincinnati bounces back after blowing the game 4-2. Good fortitude by them. Hudson versus DeScalfani, Matt Davidson with the pinch hit grand slam. I always want to say Matt Nathanson. Come on, get high. 4 runs on 2 hits for Cincy. St. Louis had to be pretty mad about this game, only giving up 2 hits, and they had 2 errors. But St. Louis finishes strong, 3-0 win. Tommy Edman, 2 RBI. Harry Bader with the Yabo. And Kwang Hang Kim, 6-inning shutout. Good for him. St. Louis lays down the hammer. They win 6-2. Suarez homered for Cincy. Bader with another home run this series. You happy with him, St. Louis fans? I know you've always been looking for him to hit. And Yachty had a 4-hit day. Love that. Chicago White Sox, Chicago Cubs. Do you think about me now and then? I'm coming home again. 10-1 White Sox in the first game. 6 homers. 2 by Abreu. Robert, Eloy, Grandal, and Mendick homer. Keuchel with a shove fest. They come back the next day and win 7-4. Jose Abreu with 3 home runs in this game. LOL, stop it. Grandal and Robert. I want to say Robert now. Robert sounds cooler.
He said call him Robert.
But it's Robert. And they go Rodrigo Lopez to Gio, Rodrigo to Gio, and they outpitch Hendricks. And then the Cubs bounce back for the finale. They salvage the series. Darvish continues his dick-dropping tour. Dylan Cease makes 1 mistake, and that's a 2-run homer to Schwarbo, and that's the difference in this game. But the White Sox, they became one of the stories of baseball this weekend, taking 2 out of 3 from the Cubs, Jim.
Well, Jake, I didn't know what happened with that St. Louis Reds series until I just heard you say it, and it made me mad, and this should make people mad as well. The Brewers get swept by Pittsburgh. Yeah. Pittsburgh takes the first game 7-2. Hauser versus Chet Cool. 5 straight singles in the 4th for the Pirates, and that basically sealed the deal. In game 2, you had Lindblom versus Holland. 10 pitchers were used in this game. 8 gave up earned runs. Pitt wins 12-5. Terrible pitching. In game 3, and the Brewers at least win 1. Brubaker versus Burns. The Brew Crew has the lead going into the 8th. They won't get swept by the Pirates, the worst team in baseball. Psych. Phelps gives up a single to Tucker, our dude, grabbing his dick in the outfield. Then a homer to Polanco, and Pittsburgh completes the sweep. You got to be kidding me, Milwaukee. Cleveland and Detroit. Cleveland needs to win this one if they want to be a contender. Fun series with Minnesota coming up. Fulmer versus Plutko, and they are in a race to see who can give up more earned runs. Plutko was losing, but then he gave up a grand slam to Isaac Paredes, the 21-year-old rookie from Mexico. His first career home run. It's a go-ahead grand slam. Plutko gives up 7 earned run. Fulmer gave up 5. Detroit won 10-5. Do I have that right? Yeah. Damn. Cleveland wins game 2, 6-1. Boyd versus McKenzie, and both of those guys give decent starts, so good job, Boyd. As soon as Boyd left the mound, bad things started happening, and the Indians put 6 across to win it, 1-0, 6-1. Boyd walked off the mound with some runners on base, but a 1-0 lead. They lose 6-1. And the Tigers, Skubal versus Carrasco. Tigers salvage it. They win the series. Cookie and Logan Allen get knocked around, but the Tigers win 7-4, and that is your Central.
Ooh.
Baseball's frustrating me, man.
So the Tigers took that series, huh?
The Tigers took the series. The Pirates took the series. I don't mind. The Cardinals take the series. They're good. The Cardinals are good, but I'm off the Reds. I don't know if you heard last episode.
I heard you.
I was getting mad. I'm mad at the Reds. You can't be this good and this bad.
We've kind of been saying it all along.
It's annoying.
In a way, we've been saying it all along. Like, you're probably the most talented team in the Central.
And Trev still says, did you hear what we said? If they get the wild card spot as the 8th seed and they go against the Dodgers, that'd be really fun.
I mean, it could be a brutal 3-game set. I mean, they've got the arms. But at a certain point, like, I think the phrase we started stumbling into was like, hey, love to talk about you more. Get to 500. You get to 500 and we'll talk about you. And again, you know, a couple good series and you're there, but you're 11-15. You're worse than the Rockies. You're worse than, you know, they are. Let me see. Are they the 2nd worst team in the NL right now? 11-15. I mean, you start getting into percentage points, but yeah, basically tied with the Brewers. So yeah, you expect more from the Reds, but hey, you know, the Cardinals, they're a traditionally well-run franchise. They missed a bunch of games. They're up to 9-8. They got to keep the good juju going. And, hey, baseball is still a messed up sport. I mean, the Reds, if they win the first game of that series, which they were up 3 in the ninth, you know, how different does the series end up looking? But, yeah, they got to start getting wins.
Are they a team that if they get to the playoffs, they have their top 3, and then they put Disco and Molly in the pen? Does that help them? Have those guys been good?
I mean, probably a little bit, just because
their pen sucks.
You can believe in them. And, yeah, that's I feel like I was watching highlights of this game and some of the
Disco's got 1 start on here.
And
his ERA is killed for the year because of it.
In baseball, those 5-6 inning guys have now become so important, and I think the Reds are missing those. I saw your guy Lorenzen had a couple didn't give up run appearances, so maybe that can get him on the right track. But
whatever, stop talking about him.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Cardinals get 1 game above 500. They're starting to play baseball.
The Reds are supposed to be the Padres.
A little bit.
A version of them. Midwest version of them.
Midwest version of the Padres. And right now, the actual Midwest version of the Padres is the White Sox.
Yeah.
White Sox are bombing. They're fun.
They're too swaggy for the Midwest. Cubs are the
Chicago.
Midwest. Cubs represent Chicago.
A little bit.
White Sox they're a ball.
Love them.
Yeah.
Love them. Can't quit
Disco's, Lorenzen's got 3 in a row. But we're not talking about him. Anyway.
No.
So I wanted the White Sox and the Twins, or the White Sox and the Indians to go into this, tied.
Right.
There was a possibility that they could go into this next series tied. They're not. But if Cleveland does sweep the Twins here, they will take first place. So it's within reach, which is cool. That's a fun situation. They got a 3-game set coming up this week, so I'm looking forward to that. Detroit and Kansas City. Just have your fun.
Dude, should we be really mad at the Brewers?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
You guys are supposed to be a part of this dance. We should be saying, yeah, the Brewers around 500. They get swept by the Pirates, man.
Same record as the Reds, so I guess, yeah.
Yeah, can't talk about you.
But the Brewers don't have the firepower. And
is David Ross having a Jim Beam commercial weird?
Why?
I don't know. Shouldn't players have commercials? Your manager's got the cool guy bartender commercial?
He was on Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
He is more of a household name than players. He's more of a household name than Javi Baez.
Right. I think that's the problem.
Yeah. He marketed himself well.
Yeah.
If I ask my sister, who's Javi Baez, she says, I don't know. If I say, who's David Ross, there's a chance.
Okay.
There's a chance. 0 chance with Javi Baez.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Torre still has a Bigelow Tea commercial.
Right.
The Yankees' ex-trainer,
yeah,
Gene Monahan, has a commercial.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
Get players more commercials.
I think that agents are working on getting contracts and stuff.
Shouldn't the league be involved in that a little bit? I don't know. It starts getting tricky, but
I don't know, because that's definitely the MLBPA.
Market your stars.
And the league kind of hates them.
Don't market your coaches.
Could help. I like the Bigelow Tea commercials.
Yeah. Cute.
So what's going on with the Brewers, man?
It's tough. I mean, I think Yelly still has a negative WAR. I think someone said that. And he's got a 110 OPS plus, which is crazy because all of his other stats are bad. I don't know, man. The story throughout the Central is that the Cubs have the reins. Can St. Louis turn it on? And then on the other side, the Twins continue to be the Twins, 12-3 at home. They're going to mash. And the White Sox became the story. Were the White Sox going to be able to keep pace with the Indians, who dig up more arms? Tristan McKenzie, my word. The White Sox are now officially legit.
Out there, huh?
Oh my God, such a pitcher,
slinging shit,
such a pitcher body.
Like a stick fell off a branch, is now striking you out.
That's awesome.
Stick fell off a tree, branch fell off a tree.
White Sox are officially in the party.
Oh yeah. They've been there. They'll have that one of the, and we said this from the start that one of the wild card spots was going to the Central.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense.
It's gonna be fun. Right now, they are they're better than
I mean, dude, look at the other teams stink. Tigers, Royals stink. Angels stink. Mariners stink. Rangers could have some fight, but they stink.
No, there's a race for the 8th seed.
That right now is the Blue Jays and the Orioles and maybe the Rangers, but not even right now. They're 10-17.
No, it's great. And we're close. Like 5 weeks out.
We're making moves, yeah.
There are 5 weeks left of the season?
Something like that.
That's crazy. Yeah, White Sox are in. It's just going to suck because they might get if they get the 8 seed, they'd be playing Oakland right now. That's a fun matchup.
I don't think
they'll get the 7 seed,
right.
So they'll be playing Minnesota. There's going to be a lot of changing in the rankings there. Right now, it would be Oakland versus Baltimore.
Baltimore/Toronto.
Yeah.
Again, I do think the 1 seed is going to become a little more interesting because I do think the eighth team is going to be a serious drop off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 7th seed would be the White Sox, so that's going to be even the 2 seed. But then the 1 seed,
they jump Cleveland? I don't know. It's starting to get interesting.
Yeah. A lot to play out. All right, let's move on to the West.
What happened, Jim?
What happened in the West was, Jake, Houston and San Diego squared off for a 3-game set. America's darling versus America's heel, America's enemy. In a way, they're kind of becoming a sad enemy, in my opinion. Houston was hot. San Diego's hot. San Diego sweeps them. They win 4-3 in Game 1. McCullers versus Richards. Richards only lasts 2 innings. Said he wasn't hurt or anything. Kind of lasted 2 innings. McCullers gives up 4. Padres win. Padres win big in Game 2. Bielak versus Davies. The Padres started scoring in the first, Jake, and then they just kept going, and they put up 9 in the second. Home runs, 2 of them. 1 was a grand slam, slam Diego. And then in Game 3, Greinke versus Morejon. Manny Machado homered off of Enoli Paredes, second Paredes that made the sheet today. That's 7 straight wins for the Padres. 5 grand slams and 6 games or something like that. Just absolutely insane stretch that they're on. They're America's favorite team. They are bringing new fans into baseball. Texas versus Seattle. Seattle wins Game 1. Colby Allard versus Nick Margevicius. We had a prop bet on the pregame show involving those 2 pitchers. Game 2, Seattle wins 10-1. Justice Sheffield with another good start. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Good for you, Justice. Lyles gets roughed up for 8 earned runs. And Evan White had a 6 RBI game. Seattle also won Game 3, 4-1. Minor versus Dunn. Lewis, Nola, Haggerty, all homer for the Mariners. Rangers, what the fuck? And then the Dodgers and the Rockies. They squared off. Dodgers swept them, I believe. Yeah. Dodgers swept them 5-1 in the first. Gray versus Buehler. Buehler comes back to being himself. He said he was sick of being bad. So he just wanted to be good again. 6.1. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 11 Ks. Freeland versus May. Dustin May, fun to watch. Bellinger hits a walk-off homer in the bottom of the 9th. Didn't know if it was out or not. Kind of a fun highlight. And then in Game 3, the Dodgers hit 7 home runs. Sensatella gets blowed up. 10 home runs total in this game. Dodgers sweep. Rockies have now lost 7 in a row.
I think
a lot in a row.
1-9 in their last 10.
Not good for the Rocks. Angels and Oakland square off. Haney versus Fire. Simeon with the leadoff home run, which is nice, but he's kind of slumping right now. Oakland wins Game 1. The Angels won Game 2. Canning versus Bassett. Trout had 3 RBIs. Good for you, Angels. Can you win the series? No. Bundy versus Montes. Bundy, 5.2 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. Kind of like a Keuchel line there. Not enough, though, when you're the Angels for some reason, even though you have the offense. Kana walks it off on a sac fly after a Chapman single to move the runner over. So Oakland stays atop. Angels stay losing. And then in a series that a lot of people don't really care about, Arizona versus San Francisco. San Francisco wins. They bring up some young guys. Ray versus Webb in the first game. Anderson versus Gallen. Tyler Anderson, complete game, 0 earned runs. More on that later. Giants scored 4 in the 7th to retake the lead. In Game 3, it was Weaver versus Cahill. Alex Dickerson with a 3-run homer to blow it open After losing 5 in a row, the Giants have now won 6 in a row. But yeah, dude, a lot of teams I don't care about in the West at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like the Angels, you don't deserve to be talked about.
No.
Mariners sweep the Rangers, which, again, I'm just getting pissed off at these teams that should be winning and they're losing. Rangers almost can't talk about them anymore. Like, they're 10-17. They're nothing.
2-8 in their last 10. Yeah, this was a series that they should have gotten it going against the Mariners, who were really struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, the Mariners turn it on. Kyle Lewis is for real. Seeing a lot of people asking for Kyle Lewis shout-outs in the chat. I think he's hitting 368 on the year. So good for the Mariners. And, hey, they were kind of at that point of bad where it was like, hey, we have to win some baseball games at some point, and it happens against Texas. And, yeah, coin flip teams coming into this year. I think, Angels, Rangers. We talked about Cincinnati a little bit. I mean, dude, the Angels have the same record as the Red Sox.
They were really bad. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's confusing.
The math kind of doesn't add up. I was looking at Rendon. I think you'll hear about him a lot. His numbers are there. Trout's numbers are there.
So let me try to do this. So the playoffs happened right now.
Yes.
1, 2. In the West, it would be Dodgers 1, San Diego 2.
Yep.
And San Diego would be the 4 seed. In the Central, the Cubs 1. They'd be the 2 seed. And the Cardinals. The Cardinals would be the second division winner in the Central, and they'd be the 5 seed, which is nuts.
Yeah.
In the East, it would be Atlanta 1 and Miami 2. And Miami would be the 6 seed. Then the Giants would be the 7 seed, and the Rockies would be the 8 seed. So it'd be Dodgers, Rockies. The Giants would have the 7 seed. They'd be playing against the Cubs in a 3-game set.
I mean,
that makes no sense. It's all wrong.
Yes, I think more so the statement in the NL is like someone has to kick into gear.
What's interesting is, for the last couple of years, the AL has been shallow, top heavy, and the Central's been more even. It's kind of opposite this year, or the NL so deep they're beating each other up so much. But like this standings makes no sense.
Yeah,
man.
I think
Philly is the second worst team in the National League, and Milwaukee's the third worst team, and Cincy's the fourth worst team, and the Nationals are the 5th worst team or 6th worst team.
Some locker room has to look around and say like, hey, it hasn't been a pretty start to the season. There's been some COVID stuff. Like a team needs to kick into gear, man.
I'm just interesting that the AL makes sense.
Nats.
The AL, you're like, oh, things were normal. The cream rose to the top. In the NL, besides the Dodgers and the Cubs, Braves, what's going on? It's weird.
Mets, Nats, Phillies, Reds, Brewers, Diamondbacks, kind of the Rockies. Like, you were teams that all have expectations to a degree, and you've gone off to kind of bad starts. But, like, 2 good weeks, and you're kind of locked into the 5 seed right now. So, yeah, the NL...
a lot of movement to be had.
NL's got to pick it up.
Yeah.
How about this? I can guarantee this.
What's that?
When they do those charts that are like over time and it just like changes so much, it'll be like home run leaders and then Babe Ruth goes out and then it just moves all around. Like I think the NL playoff standings will end up having a chart that's like that. And for the next 5 weeks, it's just going to be like pure chaos.
Who's that dude that does all the charts? I couldn't find him.
Chart dude.
He works for MLB, StatCast. His name is Dan or Dave. Or...
Zimborski?
No, I don't think so.
Adler?
No. No, he works for MLB.com. He always does StatCast stuff.
Okay.
He's always got the charts. The home run sprawling charts.
Right.
Can't think of his name.
Giants.
But he's going to make one.
Oh, no. What are you doing, Arizona? It's dumb. My Rockies, man, complete collapse. Same exact thing from last year. Astros to the Dodgers. And, hey, they're good teams, but this all started with Colorado losing back-to-back 2-1 extra inning games against Houston and just unravels as quick as that.
Darren William.
Darren?
You don't follow him? All he does is
I
charts.
don't think so.
Like, all he does is the chart you're talking about.
A lot of charts.
Yeah. Home run charts. So, Darren, make the chart of the National League.
NL playoff race chart.
Yeah. If you look at his Twitter, it's just nothing but he's a chart guy. It's off the charts.
Angels, you don't deserve to be talked about. Padres with the sweep, pretty cool.
Padres are America's darling right now.
Them and the White Sox.
But Padres more so because of the whole
sure.
situation and the Grand Slams and Tatis and I mean first the Rangers outed themselves as buttheads or the Woodward did and the Padres do then they go their next stop is Houston. They don't have anyone on their side. So it's kind of worked out nice for the Padres and they sweep them.
Yeah. And that's, is Houston, Jakey's dumb theories. I think the Padres are undefeated since the incident.
Yeah. They've won 7 straight.
Cleveland just started losing. Did they recall Clev? Are they going to recall Clev?
I haven't heard anything.
Okay. And then the Texas Rangers, meanwhile, they are winless since the Chris Woodward incident. So I had jokingly wrote in the notes for last show in Trevor's part to fire Woodward, but it wasn't because of the dumb throwing at people stuff. It was like, I think you just killed your team's season. Just like the energy there feels terrible.
Vibe killer.
Terrible.
You're the Pirates from last year.
Pirates.
No, if I type Clevenger, it's all trade rumors, so I don't know if he got called up.
Probably a couple more days to get that service time in.
Yeah, it should be done soon. I don't know. Mets expected to resume play.
Hey.
Trying to find it. Yeah, man, I don't know. The Padres are really fun. I think maybe there's more on that later. It's kind of like it's getting to the point where they're the talk of the town. They're the belle of the ball right now. I do think that they are acquiring new fans that maybe haven't been into it. So keep rolling.
Yes.
And then be ready for the haters.
And by the way, it was
because as soon as right now, Padres have done it to the Rangers, and because of Woodward, the national fan was rooting for them. Then they went to the Astros. Like I said, there's no fans. They're coming to Seattle. Seattle's fans have probably been loving this. You're probably going to hate it now. Then they go to the next team. And if they keep doing this Slam Diego fun-having tour, they will build some enemies along the way.
They might be able to go through this whole year. I mean, short season, kind of like that upstart Yankees team from 2017 when it was so young, new, and fun. I think you might be able to get a whole season in of fun.
Yeah, they got kind of an easy schedule, man. That West is weird. They go Mariners, Rockies, Angels.
By the way, they ran into a hot Astros team. That Astros team had won 8 straight, I think.
They got 5 games left against the Dodgers, and that's really the only toughness on their schedule. So I think they're a lock. I think they'll get that second spot. What are they behind the Dodgers right now? Could that get interesting, those 5 games? Could they mean anything?
They're 4 games back. The Dodgers look so dominant.
So good.
I doubt it.
More on the Dodgers later. How about that?
Yeah. They've kind of been no, I guess the Athletics are still 20-9. They deserve to be talked about in the same ilk, but
do the Rangers trade, Jake?
22-8. I would. I mean, Woodward killed your season.
I mean, Lynn's got to be wanted.
Get a team's entire farm system for Lance Lynn.
I wonder if they'll do that because you can only trade for the 60 guys, right?
I think so. You could do the TBD thing, player to be named later, which buys you a little time. But
does Lynn have another year to his contract?
I believe so. Yeah.
Got 2020 and 2021. So, yeah. 30 million.
They were doing the same game last year.
They wanted the new
new stadium.
That sucks.
Yeah.
They wanted the new stadium because they wanted to give the new stadium a winner, so people would come to the new stadium and they would make a ton of money at the gate. brutal scenario for them.
If you're not going to make money at the gate this year, try to get some next year, I guess. I don't know.
So do they hang on to these guys and hope that they can put like a competitive team out there for next season?
Get some youth, sign some free agents.
Because if you do the full rebuild, you're not going to be making money at the gate.
Go pay $40 million for Bauer this year in free agency.
What a bad time to hold on to players so you can fill up a new stadium and then COVID comes.
Well, I guess if there's any spin zone, I mean, I guess Lance Lynn, like last year, Lance Lynn was like semi-fluky, or like people were wondering if he was that good, and now it's like, oh shit, yeah, I think he is.
He is good.
So yeah,
Shin-Soo Choo's a free agent.
Need him. I need him.
You need him?
Need him.
All right. You want to move on?
Go get on base somewhere.
Awards?
I think we can move on.
Awards. It's actually Standout Performance. Standout Performance.
Standout Performance.
So we're switching to the next half of the show in which we do other stuff. And my name's Jimmy, and I'm here to tell you that there are 100 million reasons why you should listen up. DraftKings, the leader in one-day fantasy sports, is celebrating the return of sports by giving away up to $100 million in prizes to all of their customers, including one lucky winner who will take home a $1 million cash prize. What would you do with $1 million, Jake?
God. I'll get something.
Get a house.
Probably.
I'd get a house.
House.
I'm sick of apartments.
Apartment.
I want a house.
Condo.
So I hope I win. And to claim my share of up to $100 million in instant giveaways, and for you guys to claim yours, all you have to do is download the app and sign up using promo code JOMBOY. Then enter DraftKings free football survivor pool. Yes, it really is that easy to claim your share of up to $100 million in instant giveaways and put yourself in the running to win a $1 million cash prize. While the top prize is reserved for one lucky winner, me, everyone who signs up and enters DraftKings free football survivor pool will receive an instant bonus prize of at least $5 in value upon entering. Who's going to give me a guaranteed good survivor pool week 1 NFL? You have that on lock?
Yep. Go all day.
Ride with that,
Pick
and
'em.
you will win. While you're in the app, don't forget to check out all the great daily fantasy contests DraftKings is hosting for this week's basketball and golf action. Download the DraftKings app now and use promo code JOMBOY to claim your share of $100 million in instant giveaways and put yourself in the running for the $1 million cash top prize. That's promo code JOMBOY to get your share of $100 million in prizes only at DraftKings. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details. Standout performance.
Someone in the chat just said Padres trade for Lance Lynn. Get a couple of those young arms. Love that. Lance Lynn on the Pods, baby.
He'd look so bad in the uniform.
Oh, disagree.
He looks so bad.
So sexy.
I'd love it.
Was that Heath Bell? Was he on the Padres? Similar builds, right?
Yeah, but they're not
Early
the
guys.
brown.
Yeah. I think Lance and Tatis. That's I'm here for that.
Yeah. See, Trev kind of plays Lance off like he's like a red ass, like a hard ass, but he's not.
No.
He's like, I don't. It was a picture of Heath Bell. He's not. He's like a Paul O'Neill, like only mad at himself, intense guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he cares if people bat flip the ball, like and all kind of stuff. He just is in his own world.
He's a team dude. I think he described it best when he was talking about Kluber before the year. He's like, I'll be that dude's hype man all day. He's got Cy Youngs.
Yeah.
Like, he's a dude. Like, he would do that for the Padres. I love it.
All right. Standout performances.
Standout performance.
Do you get to go first?
Standout performance. I'll go first.
Who's your standout performance?
This was a layup.
Layup.
Got to make the layups. I'm going Jose Abreu.
Abreu.
First baseman, Chicago White Sox. Jim, he had a 2-homer day. Pretty nice. Not a bad way to make the standout performance. Better way, followed up with a 3-homer day. And then he had a homer in the next game, too. So 6 homers in 3 days. Kind of silly. And I think we talked about him. I think the White Sox were brewing last week. And I think on Trev's Tidbits episode, we started talking about them. And Trev casually mentioned in an AL Central fashion, he's like, man, Jose Abreu is one of those guys that kind of gets overlooked as one of the best hitters in the game. And he's kind of right. I mean, you can't put him, obviously, with the best dudes in the game, the Trouts, the Yellies, and those guys. But this guy's been a machine ever since he's come to the majors in 2014. He's it's a career 868 OPS, 294 batting average, 349 on base. He only has one, meh season in the majors, and he was an all-star, 22 homers, 128 games. So he's doing it right now. He's currently the AL league leader in home runs and RBIs. Jim, he led the league in RBI last year. And I don't know, Jose Abreu kind of doesn't get felt in that same ilk when you do talk about him, and everyone's excited about Luis Robert. Everyone's excited about Eloy. I'm so excited about Eloy. Tim Anderson's doing the damn thing. Jose Abreu is a pretty special dude, and he had an unbelievable weekend. So giving it to the old man of the crew, / that's why they brought Edwin Encarnacion in, is to make Jose Abreu feel young.
Yeah. There was some quote, I think it was by a teammate or someone, was it Keuchel? Did Keuchel have a quote about Jose Abreu? Something about, you want that guy in the box.
He had one season where he didn't play 145 games. He played 159 last year. Over 162. He averages 34 homers and 112 RBI. Career 294 batting average with a solid on base. He's just really good.
Really good. What the hell? I'm trying to find it. I think Keuchel had good words to say. And now I'm Googling Keuchel Abreu, and now it's saying 2 weeks ago Keuchel aired out the team. Did we miss that?
Probably,
dude. Anyway, good job by Jose Abreu. Climbing up the home run leaderboard, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
My standout performance, Jake?
Sure.
Tyler Anderson.
Yes.
How much you know about this guy?
Not as much as I'd like. I know he's left-handed. I hope. Otherwise, I don't know.
Jeez, that's risky gamble to just throw out there.
I mean, Tyler Anderson's such a lefty name.
Yeah,
yes.
Left-Anderson.
Thank God.
He went complete game, no earned runs. One run wasn't earned. First-round pick for the Rockies back in 2015.
Yeah.
Was on your Rocks for the last 4 years, so I thought you might know him.
Don't have the full scouting report.
In 2018, I think he made 30 starts.
Yeah.
And, 4.55 ERA in Colorado. He wasn't bad. What happened to this dude was he had this crazy knee injury that sidelined him for most of 2019. Then he had to get major surgery. In the midst of that, they waive him. They release him. The Giants picked him up for a 1-year deal, and the deal is ridden with incentives. And one of them is an innings pitch incentive. So I don't know how the arbitration works, or what? No, what's your favorite term? Prorated?
Prorated.
Because before, if it was a regular season, he was going to get $125,000 for if he stayed on the roster for 60 days, and then it climbed. And then he was going to get $75,000 for each for 85 innings and 100 innings, and $100,000 apiece if he made it to 115 and 130. So I mean, there's got to be a way to do that math. I don't know how, but a complete game will surely like him hit that bonus than 5 innings.
Yeah, I don't know. I know, J-Happ on the Yankees was one of the guys that went to special.
There's only 3 of them,
special
and
ruling
he wasn't one.
Arbitration. So yeah, if everything is prorated, it's not enough.
He's at 31 innings right now. So interesting.
Times 2.7.
But he shut down Arizona, man. Only 4 strikeouts too. Only 3 hits. And I believe the run that he let up was an error by the shortstop in one of the innings, which, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Reached on E6. Starling Marte beat it out.
It's brutal, man. He led the league in home runs allowed in 2018.
Colorado.
Yeah, and that's one of these weird things. He had a really nice rookie year in 2016. First-round pick, you wonder, go Ducks, Oregon. Guys that go to Colorado, man, as a pitcher, it's almost not fair. I mean, you change a guy's whole career. So, yeah, hey, hopefully he's figured something out. I don't think some of the advanced numbers are great with him, but I'll take a complete game shutout every day.
You will?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Okay. All right. I was trying to do the math, but it's not worth it.
Tough. Near impossible.
Yeah. Hopefully get it. Complete game shutout. Has to be mentioned.
Yeah.
Diamondbacks, what's up with them? We talk about them at all? Diamondbacks fans mad at us right now?
I think they're probably happy.
Okay.
I mean, the D-backs, the Rockies, they're both kind of crap in the bed right now. And I think they're just part of the speech that I was trying to give earlier that, like, there's about 5 teams in the NL right now that had hopes for this season, have played bad, but yet still have hopes. So, just turn it around.
Okay. Just turn it around.
Turn around.
Turn around.
Every now and then, Tyler Anderson twirls a complete no-run runs.
Turn around.
Dirt nasties on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
So besides Jose Abreu, who you just mentioned, who else is on fire?
I got some fun ones here, Jim. Some stars, a couple funky stat lines, and one potential trade guy.
Oh!
So let's do the stars first. Cody Bellinger, Matt Chapman. Cody Bellinger's gotten it going, 3 home runs, 462, 588 on base, a 1.819 OPS in his past 4 or so, something like that. He's getting it going. Matt Chapman has been killing it, but he's always been a fringe in Fuego. Like, he's just never been locked in Fuego. But he's just been killing it. Okay. So 1.474 OPS in his past few games. Hitting a ton of gopher balls. Good for Matt Chapman. And then I've got 2 third basemen with some silly stat lines here. Yandy Diaz went 7 for 10, which, okay, that's fun. 4 walks, only 1 double. So, I mean, he had a 700 batting average, which, okay, sure. And Fuego.
I have one thought that jumps to my mind every time I see Yandy Diaz.
Biggest tricep you've seen in a baseball uniform.
You're older than him.
Yeah.
It blows my mind that you and I are older than him.
Yeah. It's tough. He's a man.
He's a man.
He's a man. And I will never give off that vibe. Like, I'm going to go from boy to old.
Look at the way you're dressed.
Never man. What do you think? Like it?
It's a pretty ridiculous outfit.
And then with that, Tony Meatballs, Anthony Rendon, Jimmy, is 10 for his last 20, all singles, no walks. So I think Rendon's just given up.
I think
so.
He's just gotten his ear a little.
I think Rendon's just gonna win the batting title for fun.
Pujols is like, you should try this base-to-base thing.
Oh yeah,
It's great.
So it's funny, and I wanted to see where Rendon's stats were, because again, this whole Angels thing.
Someone give me a compilation of those singles, because if they're any that can
lazy,
if they're any that can be a double and he's just not laying them out, that's hilarious.
Very interested in that.
Very Anthony Rendon. Don't care. This is a shortened season. I'm not going to hurt myself. No, it's not even business decisions. It's just straight boring.
Yeah, just what are we doing here? Not winning. So yeah, Rendon's stat line on the year is now 319, 451 on base, and a 1.012 OPS. So you got him, Anaheim. Your team just stinks.
What's wrong with them?
Good addition. And then from there, I put down two pitchers that have been our favorites this year. Keuchel, 8 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Lowers his ERA to 2.65 on the season.
Mm-hmm.
Shove fest. Darvish, another incredible start, double-digit Ks. He's down to 1.7 ERA this season. He is the number 1 on the Cubs if the playoffs were to start tomorrow. And then Martin Perez, Jim, guy we gave a decent amount of crap to. He's been pretty good. The month of August, 20.2 innings pitched, a 2.61 ERA. I think a couple pitchers have been more dominant. But, when we start talking trades this week, because we're, a week out from the trade deadline? Something like that, the 31st, yeah.
It's Monday.
So
it's a week from today.
I think, and a lot of fake names are going to be thrown around. This guy is a real trade possibility for you. Martin Perez.
Martin Perez.
Have a nice August. So that's who I got there.
I just watched 4 of Rendon's singles. They're just singles. They're just none of them get past the outfielder. the problem is Laureano's been out there.
Yeah.
So even if it's like a gapper that Laureano runs down, here's the last one I'll watch. This one is to left field. They're just
singling.
They're like playing wiffle ball against your dad, who's decided that he's just going to take it a little easy on you and just kind of go.
Here's one.
Just like finding holes. It's giving like outfield practice, like a coach with a fungo.
I like that.
That's what
I hope he keeps doing that.
All those singles I just watched were very much a coach with a fungo bat.
All right, balls to second display.
Yeah. Left field, coming to 4.
Run around first, 1 out.
Yeah. That's what all of those look like. Pretty funny.
If you had told Angels fans before this season that Rendon would have a 1.0 OPS and Bundy would be a top 10 pitcher in baseball, what would they have told you their record would be?
Good. Worst in baseball?
18-10. They're tied with the Red Sox. I think tied 2. Pirates are still the worst. But
all right. Let's move on.
Fuego.
The race to 20. Brought to you by Roosevelt's and JOMBOY Media. We have teamed up with RSVLTS to track the race to 20 homers. Will someone hit 20 home runs this season? We've decided it's happening unless all these home run leaders die.
Oh, it's happening.
And like we just told you, we had someone new just shoot up the leaderboard.
Yeah.
On Friday, they had 5 home runs. Today, they have 11, which ties them for second place with Mookie Betts, who hit 2 himself. He climbed up. But the leader is young Fernando Tatis Jr. still with 12. He's got 12 in 30 games. Jose Abreu's got 11 in 29 games. Mookie Betts has 11 in 28 games. Nelson Cruz, 10 in 28. Teoscar Hernandez also has 10. Anthony Santander, Baltimore. Trout has 10. And Luke Voigt has 10. Judge still at 9 because he had the 10-day IL stint. So we'll see if he comes back with a vengeance. I almost, first at bat, I book a home run.
Yeah.
That's kind of how Judge operates. He likes the fuck you home runs after being hurt. Yeah, man. This is fun.
Yeah.
Jose Abreu, I like the big climbs we're having guys make. Like, we've had Fernando Tatis climbed his way up there. And like Teoscar Hernandez being up there with 10.
My guy.
8 guys have double-digit home runs right now.
Mike Trout, Luke Voigt. Yeah, it is funny seeing the hot streaks now. Voigt was hot last week, and now Jose Abreu going nut job. It is it's starting to get tighter. It's starting to get a little tighter. I think
for the 20?
Yeah.
I do think so, because Fernando Tatis is leading, and he's on pace for 24.
Yeah.
But to think he'll duplicate this first half is a little hard of a task.
He's been special.
It's pretty crazy for him to be like, yeah, he'll just do that for the next 30 games. So I actually think, next Friday's episode, we may be doing we actually have to start doing the math.
Yeah, a little bit.
Someone needs to start doing the on pace for math so I can just enter the 2 games home runs and then there's a formula.
Yeah.
Someone send me that in an Excel sheet.
We're close.
So next episode I can just type it in.
We're getting close to the 30 games, so that makes it easier. But, yeah, man, I think I don't know. I think Tatis still has a series of cores coming up. Interested to see if he takes advantage of that. But, I think these guys are going to keep dancing around it again. Seeing the big names is cool. Tatis Jr.'s Betts. I mean, Nelson Cruz just...
Tatis is a shortstop.
Yeah, man.
I know that we say this a lot in Talkin' Yanks. Grade catchers against catchers and grade shortstops against shortstops. Tatis is a shortstop. Shortstops don't lead the league in home runs.
No.
Not a thing they do.
No. Runs, home runs,
What are the
RBI.
other positions we have on here? First base, outfield DH, outfield, first base. Castellanos, whatever he is.
DH, outfield-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, we need that
Calculator.
We need the calculator, and there's a tier of 9s with some pretty good ball players. Matt Olson, Brandon Lau, Judge, Eloy, Chapman, Castellanos. I'd like to see the 9s have a nice week.
Baseball Reference makes it super easy, man. I could just copy a row. I could delete all the rows besides games and home runs, and then I'll have the guy's name, the game, the home run. Those are the you can Baseball Reference lets you edit it. I'll copy and paste that into Google Sheet. Someone sends me the formula, and boom, I'll have all of the on pace for every show.
Problem solved.
You got it? You're
Sure.
looking like that's not possible.
No, I think that'd be remarkably easy.
Yeah. I just need the formula.
Yeah.
I don't know the math.
I got you.
You know it? Okay.
We
pace
got
for
the
it?
people for that.
Yeah. Percentage, and then you times it by the percentage. Stuff
A lot
like
of
that.
math.
Yeah, it's easy. Okay. I haven't taken math since sophomore year of high school.
Bang.
That's a long time ago at this
A
point.
while, yeah.
I was, what, 15? I'm 31 now? It's been a while.
Half your life.
Yeah. And I didn't do remarkably well in it.
No.
No. Moving on, Jake.
Moving on, Jake.
Ooh, soundboard was off. Slump Watch. First, Joey Gallo watch. He went 1 for 12 with no walks, no extra base hits, and 7 strikeouts.
I'm done with him for now.
I want to keep watching.
Okay.
It's fascinating. He is a fascinating player.
He is. Say it, baby.
He's like Chris Carter.
Oh, hey.
This season reminds me of Chris Carter, where, sure, you'll get a home run, but what do you get in between the home runs? If he's not getting walked,
Right. Normally it's
nothing.
walks.
Normally it's walks.
Normally it's walks.
I mean, what are his stats for the season? 201 batting average, 653. So it's a bad season for him.
Yeah. I still believe he'll get it going, but
Oh, no. That's not his numbers. Those are Chris Carter's numbers.
nope.
But see, they're so believable that it could be his.
Tricky.
200, 811 OPS. So, like, he has an 811 OPS and a 121 OPS plus, but I wouldn't be happy with what you're getting from him series in, series out.
It's tough to watch
It's very
sometimes.
tricky as a fan base, as a fan,
He could use some help in the lineup, too.
because, you know, it's like a trick to get a good OPS and a good OPS plus and not actually deliver day in, day out.
A little bit. I mean, I know the analytics don't believe in lineup protection, but man, like someone like Gallo could really benefit. Because, I mean, he's okay taking a walk, and I think teams are okay walking him.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
mean, he's only got 2 walks in his last 26 plate appearances.
Not good.
So he's got to be taking his walks.
Slumping.
All right, Slump Watch update. Austin Riley we had on here, Jake. He crawled a little bit out, but Trev and I still wanted to watch him.
Yeah.
7 for 18 his last 5 games. He's off. Good for you, Austin. Young, thick.
And thick.
Todd Frazier I threw on here because I think he had an offer.
Ooh.
And friend, I like Todd a lot.
Yeah.
2 games, only 1 hit. He's now 2 for his last 23, no extra base hits. You know, he's a clubhouse guy, and Woodward zapped all his clubhouse energy. You going to keep him on here for now?
Make Todd the manager. I think so. And let me get into some Texas Ranger stats, because Todd was the only guy hitting for that team. So if he's done now, I mean, well, it makes sense that they've lost 7 straight, 8 straight. Jesus, Texas. Yeah, leave him on there, because Jim Gallo has the highest OPS for Texas.
Does he?
Yeah.
It's like a trick, man.
Sucks.
It's like he's pulling the wool over your eyes, kind of like, oh, you went 0 for 12 with nothing this series. Oh, next series you have 2 home runs and 2 walks. Now your numbers are good. It's really weird.
I know what you're saying, but I would appreciate it more if he had a teammate that had more than 3 home runs.
Really?
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Gallo needs some help, and it was coming from Todd Frazier, and now that he's not, sheesh.
That sucks. What else we got?
What's you got slumping, Jim?
I got Miggy Cabs was on here. He went 2 for 11 with 2 walks. I think this is just who he is now. His numbers on the whole season are bad. I'm taking him off.
Yeah.
It's a sad watch.
Sorry, Mig.
Matt Olson, he was on here, 2 for 12 with 2 doubles. He had an RBI double in 2 of the 3 games. So while that's the difference of Gallo in my brain.
Contributing.
While the overall stats aren't there, he contributed 2 out of 3 games with an RBI double. So I'm taking him off.
Okay.
I think if you watched each game, you would be like, he's helping.
Yeah. I think
it's the complete opposite of Gallo.
Yeah, I just think what's getting mixed, we got one of the best teams in baseball and one of the worst teams in baseball.
I hear you, but I mean, we can leave him on if you want.
I'm interested. I mean, but I'm always interested in Matt Olson, so that might be my problem here.
Oh, interesting.
Hot.
It's hot boy.
Get him a commercial.
Speaking of hot, I'll skip down. I added Jose Ramirez. He went 3 for 13. He had a bunch of walks, so I took him off. I forget.
See you later, Jose.
Speaking of hot, Max Kepler. He had 1 hit in this 3-game set. He's got 4 hits in his last 22 at bats. 182 batting average with 0 homers in his last 7 games. So watch him.
Yeah, you stay.
Well, I just put him on.
Trev won't talk about you enough, so you're staying, kid.
You're going nowhere. Marcus Semien, he did have that leadoff home run. He's 1 for his last 16. 167 on base percentage, not good.
Yep.
Brian Goodwin, I skipped him. I saw a lot of Angels fans, and I saw one Angels guy that I follow saying, like, can we start him? I don't know if they did. I think they did starting him, but he's got 1 hit in his last 5 games.
I like him. He's fun to watch.
Yeah. Ian Happ. Friend, sending me some coffee. So this is tough on Ian because he had 2 homers versus St. Louis, and they played 5 games in 3 days, and he had 2 homers versus them. But this last series, and we do this by series, he did have 2 walks, but he's got 2 hits in his last 14 at-bats. I think if you're a Cubs fan, I think Happ will take himself off Slump Watch very quickly.
He got off to such a good start, and I think the big thing was they wanted to see him do better from the right side of the plate, and he was doing that. So, yeah, I mean, it had to slow down at some point. And, again, a guy that with that Cubs lineup, when you start talking about Cubs hitters, how many names do you say before Ian Happ? And, I mean, he's got a pretty nice career going up to this point. A 25-year-old switch hitter. He's got a 1.0 OPS this year. He can play almost every position. Ian Happ's a good ball player.
Yeah. So
you're on Slump Watch.
You're on Slump Watch. I think he'll get off. I just think
tough love it is.
Hey, not playing games, coming back, having to play 5 and 2. I'm sure we saw the Yankees do that, and they were like just dog tired.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, this sucks. You played 36 holes of golf.
God.
A lot of people, a lot of baseball fans, a lot of hardos like to undersell being in the sun all day.
Yeah.
I like to see you at the beach,
It's exhausting.
I mean, just sitting on the beach for like 4 hours
takes it out of you.
Will drain you if you're, I don't care what level of athlete or human you are.
That's why they stopped playing games on the beach. Got exhausting.
Also, really boring, slow.
Ground balls were tough.
Yeah. Oh, brutal.
Yeah.
Victor Robles, Jake. This 4-game set, he went 1 for 12. In his last 8 games, he's 160, batting average 267 on base percentage. The Nats are just, what's going on? Do they care? Do they not care?
Yeah.
Got to be better.
I think he got a Yabo on the last one, so maybe that'll spark him. But, yeah, be a little better. Be a lot better.
Be a lot
How about that?
better. Anything else?
You had Springer on here. He's got 1 hit in this series. His numbers are still kind of tough on the year. Free agent, George Springer. So, yeah, he's hitting 200. That's not George Springer.
Not him. No, he hasn't. Yeah, but he had a hit in the last game, I think, or one of the games, or he got a hit in the opening game. I threw him on there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Slump guys.
We did it.
Couple dark horses raced from 20 before that we missed. Bryce and Soto still catching up.
Yeah. I officially have the on-pace sheet.
On-pace sheet.
How many guys do you think are on pace to hit 20?
I mean, do you have all the guys?
I have everyone
like Soto on that list?
No, I cut it off at 8. I
Okay.
can go get him. Where was Soto?
Like, I think he's 7 home runs, 17 games or something like that.
Okay. Well,
so there's a few like
for next time I can
guys.
add him.
Okay.
Unless I do it real quick right now.
Right now there's 11 guys on pace.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
That have 8 home runs or more. You know who's on pace for the most? Aaron Judge still. He's only played 17 games. He's got 9 homers.
And that gets tricky, too, because technically he's been hurt and he's missed games, so he doesn't
you have to do how many games the team has played.
Yeah.
So that makes this chart a little harder.
A little trickier.
We'll fix it next time.
We appreciate the chart.
This needs to be how we do this moving forward, though. I think we need to
teams games played
We're
left.
at that point.
Yeah, we're at that point now where it's like who cares if he has him if he's not on pace? So teams games played will have to be the category, not the games that guy's played.
Yep.
Awesome. Figured it out. Who got mad?
We got mad.
We don't have anyone. I don't know. I don't think anyone got too mad this weekend. I think Madden got thrown out. And I'm like,
smart.
He's sending Robbie's sending that to me as a breakdown. He got ejected, but I don't care about Joe Madden. Any other ejections? The ejections have been really
Tough
weird
to watch.
Yeah, they're like Joe Madden got ejected and Kevin Cash got ejected for the Rays. Cool. Maldonado got ejected on Friday for the Astros. What happened there?
Maldi.
I don't know. All right.
Awards.
Jake, who's your first award?
I am giving out the Keep the Doors Locked award.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This one's always brutal.
Yeah.
I know who gets it.
Yeah.
Your mom.
Okay. BBD like that one. I'm giving the award to Zach Greinke. Zach Greinke. It's funny, the live patron chat just started talking some Greinke themselves, and we've gone too long without talking about him. Because a couple things here. A, we made the joke last year that Zach Greinke would love to play baseball without fans. That's his dream. And now here we are actually doing it. And he's having a blast. He throws the 53-mile-per-hour curveball, which is just hilarious. And then, by the way, he punches that guy out, paint job, 89-mile-per-hour fastball, which next to 53 probably looks pretty quick. And then Jimmy's
It was Grisham, right? I think it was
yes.
Grisham.
He's just having a blast. He's still calling his own pitches. He's going to the dugout, and he's talking to the pitching coach so giddy about it. Like, he's been smiling and laughing so much. And I don't know. He's 36 years old now, and the people are starting to enjoy Zach Greinke to a high degree because of how ridiculous he's being. He's got a 2.29 ERA on the season, and we talked about playoffs and playoff seeding and everything that's going on, and, the Astros have a lot of young arms that are doing good stuff. Framber Valdez, Belak got off to a hot start. A lot of young guys tore on the pill for them. When it does come to playoff time, it's Greinke's show. I mean, he's their one. 35.1 innings, 29 strikeouts, only 6 walks. He's looked fantastic. He's having a blast out there. And, hey, if the Astros are going to do something this year, I mean, it's going to be on the back of Greinke. And they've got a good shot. I mean, they're going to get that at least 2 slot in the West.
Do Astros fans like him? Like, do Astros fans like that? You're like, I hate all the Astros, but I like Greinke.
Ooh, interesting.
Because he doesn't fit their vibe at all.
Right.
They're like hard-ass swagger.
Yeah.
Look at yourself in the mirror and flex your muscles vibe.
Correa,
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Like he doesn't.
Like, Astro fans are low-key mad. Like, if we're going to be the bad guys, he's one of us. And everyone else is like, no,
I could just see them being like,
no, he's not.
Like, everyone be like, I don't like that, but I do like Greinke. And be like, well, fuck you, he's us.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, he's not really part of you.
What do you mean?
He's going to leave after this year. Does he have another year?
I don't know.
Might have another year.
Check that out.
I do like the fact that you said, like, Greinke without fans might be the best version. And he just straight up is having a blast.
So he's on the books for next year, too.
Okay.
But, yeah, man. I mean, he's just, like, giggling. There's the image when they were fixing the mound. He's sitting there Indian style and just, he's sitting in the crowd. Like, he's having a goddamn blast out there. And when you're pitching as well as he is, too, it's icing on the cake. So, Greinke.
My award, Jake.
What's your award, Jim?
It's the Duck School.
Duck
Award.
School.
Yes. The Duck School Award. Duck School is a kindergarten school I went to, like a daycare.
Okay.
And, after we were done playing with the toys, I liked having the blocks where you would build we would all clean up, and we would sing the cleanup song from Barney.
Everywhere, clean up, everybody do your share. Clean up, everybody everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share.
Clean up, everybody everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share.
Yeah.
The Dodgers.
Yeah.
The Dodgers scored like 20 runs in this series. Nobody had more than 3 RBIs. Not one player had more than 3 RBIs. They are all pitching in. You like that? In this set, Betts had 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Cody had, they had 10 hitters have an RBI in this set. Now, if you go back past this series and I did like their last 7, so over the last week, they have had 12 players with an RBI. Doesn't matter who's in the box.
Just doing
You
it.
can get beat by the Dodgers. They're just hitting like crazy, man. It's pretty nuts. They had 8 players hit home runs in the last 7 days. 8 different players.
That's pretty cool.
Bellinger hit 4. Betts hit 3. Seager hit 2. Kike hit 2. Muncy hit 2. Jock, Smith, and Taylor all hit 1. Everyone on the Dodgers lineup is hitting or will beat you or will help get an RBI or score a run. I didn't even look at runs scored. 12 people scored runs. 13 people got hits. That's crazy.
Everybody's doing it, yeah.
Everybody, everywhere, everybody do your share. Dodgers baseball, baby.
And they, we wondered what depth was going to look like this season. So we're like, 60 games, you want to have your best dudes out there, blah, blah, blah. Dudes are going to play between double headers or just injuries around the league and everything. If you're available, you're going to play. And, yeah, man, when the Dodgers start doing it with Chris Taylors and Kike and whoever they throw up there outside of their MVP-type dudes, they're nasty. They're disgusting. They're and now that Bueller's figured it out, they are the easy favorite as of right now.
Yeah.
As of August 24th.
Then then playoffs come and you got to see if Kelly can throw the ball and Gratterall can throw the ball and
Sure.
Who are your top 3 starters? Does May go to the pen? Stripling. They're locked and loaded. God damn it.
Yeah.
They look
First world problems.
Yeah. The only thing that mess them up is they do some dumb shit like bring in Clayton Kershaw and then leave him in instead of bringing Maeda in and just manage terribly. That's really it. Otherwise, they got pretty good.
Pretty good.
They got it pretty good. Pretty good.
They got it pretty good.
Do elevator talk?
Elevator talk. Going up.
And the wheel has been spun.
Who is it?
And the team selected is the Tampa Bay Rays. Jake, how many guys are on the IL?
9 pitchers on the IL for Tampa.
So you just say, damn.
Injury bug.
And then you say, yeah, it is going around the way.
Yeah, in the no spring training, there are a lot of injuries.
It's not just us, but it is bad. I don't like it.
Morton, Chirinos, and then a lot of their bullpen arms. I think Chaz Rowe just went. So, yeah. And, hey, with that, they're still 19-10, second best record in the AL. They have won. Holy smokes. So they were 6-8, and now they're 19-10. So that's 13-2.
Yeah.
Big Baby David was ready to come in with that math, but I had it on lock. So you're 13-2 in your last 15 games. That's pretty good, huh? Brandon Lau, man, that's probably the guy that you need to talk about. He's got a 1.095 OPS. He's playing at an MVP level. He's bona fide. I didn't fully believe, and now I very much do.
Looks pretty good.
He's been killing it, man.
Do they have an easy schedule? Let's see. They're going. They got one more. So wraparound series with Toronto. Is that correct? And then Baltimore and Miami. So they can get a pretty. Then they have 3 against the Yankees. So they can get a pretty big lead. The Yankees got put to the side right now this last weekend with the the Mets. So instead of saying neck and neck, or at least getting the chance to, that the Rays are up 3 games because they've won 19 now, something like that. So if they take care of business with Baltimore and Miami, they can, next time they see the Yankees, it can be a pretty nice lead for them in first place.
They can push. I mean, they haven't even gotten a ton out of their starting pitching yet. Snell's starting to get it going. Glasnow might have fixed himself against the Yankees. Nick Anderson, their stud closer, was having a crazy year. He just went on the IL. He was
that sucks.
9.1 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 walk, 15 Ks.
That's probably a bigger topic. Trade deadline and all the IL stints. Let's schedule those for Trevor's Tidbits tomorrow.
Yeah. Rays are really good. 13-2 of their last 15. Coming up on... Yeah. Nice. Orioles, Jays, Orioles, Marlins. So
with the adjusted team games played, 11 guys are on pace to hit 20. Judge still made it. He's on pace to hit 20. How about that?
Start playing, big man.
Tatis on pace for 24. Teoscar on pace for 23. So it's a little closer than we think.
It's tight.
It's getting tight. Because you need someone who had a good first half to have a good second half as well. It's getting tight.
Let's get a couple Jose Abreu weeks. Let's get a couple more 5-6 spots
getting
in a
tight.
week.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. As always, we'll be back tomorrow with Trevor to talk about some big conversational topics. That's what happened over the weekend. This was Jake and Jimmy and BBD Behind the Plate. See you later.